Welcome to this session on services marketing, a practical approach. So, we have reached the fourth week, and this week is dedicated to case studies. So, there we have taken case study number 1 today. We will discuss that today, and these case studies have been adapted from the book entitled Services Marketing, the Indian Perspective by Professor Ravi Shankar, which has been published in 2003 by Excel Books. First, we take tourism and travel services. So, under tourism and travel services, there are several types of sub services. So, the first service is the hotel services. Now, hotels are a major service industry in India. A number of international hotel chains are coming to India independently or with a tie-up with an Indian player. Hotel customers receive hospitality by way of accommodation, food and drink, or all for which they pay. The hotel market segments are on this basis. So, on the basis of purpose of visit. So, segmentation has been done on the basis of purpose of visit, like holiday tourism oriented or business traveler oriented or conference oriented or foreign versus domestic traffic oriented. Now, each of these different segments have different kind of needs, and the hotel has to cater to those particular types of needs. For example, a business traveler would have the need of an internet facility in the room and would like to have a facility of business conferences in the hotel, etc. On the other hand, a holiday tourism oriented hotel would be on a beach or somewhere where there is a lot of green scenery, not too many people about. So, these are some of the ways in which the hotel can be segmented. Hotel can be segmented by social classification like upper or upper middle or middle, etc., and on the basis of food choice like vegetarian or non-vegetarian. So, these days almost all hotels provide both vegetarian and non-vegetarian food, and while there are some hotels who are strictly non-vegetarian and strictly vegetarian, depending upon the culture of the society in which the hotel is based. The hotel marketing mix. So, this is the 4 P's here. So, the product, the hotel product has a number of components like accommodation, food and beverage, recreation and health, shops, parking facility, Wi-Fi, etc. However, accommodation and food are primary components of all this. So, that is the core product, the main product. Then it comes to pricing. So, it is difficult for a hotel to exercise differential pricing except for certain specific purpose. So, these may be differentials in tariffs during peak and lean season, special occasion, group booking, corporate booking. So, in order to attract these kind of people and by calculating in which way the profit will the hotel will earn the maximum profit, by that those calculations like calculation of yield management, etc., the pricing is done. The hotel industry is very unique as product is already designed and fixed. One cannot change the prices quite often. The distribution is limited. It is the communication which is the most significant component of marketing activity. It is necessary to undertake an integrated marketing communication approach for getting edge in this competitive era. So, as we have discussed earlier, that integrative marketing communication means the 6 elements of the market communication mix like message, media, etc., and there is the 6 M's, and then there is the 6 elements of the communication mix like sales promotions and advertisements and price offs, discounts, rebates, etc. So, all these kinds of promotions have to be made looking at the kind of clientele the hotel is going to have and what the clientele will particularly like for which kind of communication would the clientele particularly like. So, that is what is the integrated marketing communication from the hotel industry. Now, we come to the tourism and travel services. So, in tourism and travel services, we are going to look at the airline service marketing. And as an introduction, we can say that the airline industry has evolved rapidly in recent decades in India. It was a luxurious form of travel early in the last century, but has become one of the most common methods of travel today. Nowadays, because of the increase in discretionary income of people of the country, uh, people are flocking to airports to travel by air and save a lot of time. Nowadays, competition in travel industry has become intense, and thus the need for marketing has been felt. Airline business is a complex phenomenon. Although it is part of transportation industry, airlines do not operate in isolation. So, what is the marketing strategy in the airline industry? The principles of marketing that apply to airline industry are same as for any other product, as airline marketer also have to cater to the needs of the customers. It is a highly perishable commodity, because once the plane leaves the ground, the seats which are unfilled will go vacant and would be some sort of a loss for the airline that is flying that day. So, in a highly competitive environment, customer can easily shift to another airline. First of all, we locate the market and segment them according to income, education and preference. After market identification, we communicate with potential customers through advertisement, public relations, direct mail, sales calls, etc. Marketing has to be done through travel agencies. So, in the process of marketing, airlines are often helped by travel agencies, which have become the principal marketing arms of the airlines. Online travel booking service providers are major partners in the airlines market. With the explosion of the laptop, the mobile, with the people, they are all going for web check-in, they are going for web ticketing. So, this kind of activity has made given lot of power to the customers to satisfy themselves about the seats, the kind of seats that they are going to take, or kind of meals they are going to prefer, etc. And airlines are able to provide different types of meals to people from different cultural backgrounds. Airlines offer financial incentive to travel agencies to give a helping hand in marketing. So, marketing through consortiums. Nowadays, airlines players have opened their own travel agency or website and began selling their tickets at special tariffs. Another development is the formation of consortiums consisting of um, affiliated travel agencies with the avowed objective of obtaining bargaining power vis-a-vis the airlines. Marketing through central reservation systems, that is CRS. A CRS lists thousands of routes and fares and is able to construct complicated itineraries and price them from its database. Marketing therefore is in the hands of these websites, which inform you which airlines fly from place A to place B with their pricing details. So, the marketing and frequent flying programs. This is also part of the marketing strategy. So, the frequent flying programs offer the traveler free or discounted um, travel for him or for his family on the basis of points earned on the number of trips taken. This program provides travelers a rationale to fly at higher fare at the cost of his employer. Marketing bonanzas. To get out of the decline in traffic due to some avoidable situation, airline company undertook an unprecedented promotion, of providing food etc. when the airline is grounded, also providing hotel accommodation when the airline is not taking off in time etc. Marketing through advertising. So, in the era of electronic marketing and little product differentiation, advertising has come to play a vital role. An airline has to project its image, efficiency and service to prove itself better than others. So, the image and efficiency and the service has to be better than others. So, there is a lot of emphasis on this airline service. So, as a summary, we see that a new beginning has been made to end the monopoly of the government run Indian Airlines during the last few years, and many domestic and foreign players have taken to air. Now, Indian Airlines has basically merged with Air India, and Air India has become a part of the Star Alliance group, and with that a lot of changes are taking place. The seats have been rationalized so that the airplane leaves an airport almost full, so that there is hardly any loss on a particular route. But those routes where enough passengers are not available, the seats become costly, and only people who are the employer is paying for the travel, do such people only take the airlines. Tourism and travel services. Let us look at now travel service marketing. So, travel agents not only create the need to travel to destination, but give business to hotels, carriers, any other related industries and other related industries. A travel agent is an important link between the traveler and the rest. So, there are these 7 C's of travel services marketing. First is competence. Competence is function of superior staff, strong supervision, effective systems and controls. Here competence is related to technical excellence more than to street smart master fix it labels. Credibility. Credibility is the strongest ally a travel agent can have in the marketplace. So, a travel agent has to show his credibility, that the travel agent is making the most effective, the most efficient kind of decision for the owner or for the traveler. The agent has little control over the end product he offers. Credibility is a must to sustain in the market. Confidence. A good travel agent develops techniques and plans to safeguard his client and himself if he is having confidence on his technical and managerial skill. Consistency. It is far easier to maintain consistency of quality while selling goods, but in selling services which do not conform to tangible parameters and have a perceptual bias is very difficult. Customization. There is no airline that everyone always likes or dislikes. Each client has a special perspective, and he wants to a travel agency which can assure him that it is understood by them. So, customization is important for retaining customers. Care. Care is believed that if a client is convinced that adequate care has been taken, he tends not to hold the agency responsible for the problems and frustrations which may befall later. Clout. Clout of course can be applied when, in spite of having pressed all the buttons, the machinery remains immobile. Given the multiplicity of operational systems laid out by a number of principles, anything could go wrong, like cancellation, delays, traffic revision, etc. The marketing challenges for the travel agent are low general awareness, intense competition, poor infrastructure and lack of control. So, as a summary, we see that the travel trade in India over the last 70 years or so has grown fast, but in unregulated manner. The generic factors are the 7 C's and specific factors are more clearly identified by both the marketer and the person he or she is trying to convince. Being a highly personalized service function dependent to a very large extent on the performance of the others. A successful travel service marketer is therefore a professional who recognizes the compulsions of the trade and is able to convince and satisfy their clients. Now, coming to the railways services marketing. So, the Indian Railways always worked on the premise that there is no competition for their services. They also felt that there is no need for marketing for them as the demand for the services is much higher than the capacity. Nonetheless, Indian Railways is competing with other modes of transport. As far as railway service is concerned, pricing is a major element which needs to be updated from time to time. The other marketing factors have a limited scope because of semi-monopoly of Indian Railways and the demand-supply syndrome, that there is more demand than supply. So, the influencing factor, keeping in mind a semi-monopolist nature of rail transport and the objectives of a social welfare state, there are 4 aspects which have to be kept in mind while devising freight rates and passenger fare structure. Requirement of the developing economy. The transport infrastructure plays a vital role in the industrial, economic and social development of a country. Amongst the various modes of transport, our economy has to rely more on rail transport. Since limited resources are available, the railways will always have to meet the requirements mainly from internal generation of funds. Our pricing policy has to keep this in view. Importance of making railways financially viable. Railways can be considered to be financially viable if 4 major conditions are satisfied. First, adequate fund for maintenance of assets and ensuring good service quality. Secondly, there should be enough provision for timely replacement of overage assets. Thirdly, appropriation of the pension fund on scientific actuarial calculation, and lastly, railways should ensure fair return on investment. So, the influencing factor, the interest of the common man. Certain social services are to be provided by the state are surely more important to a common man than having public utilities to be subsidized by the general revenue. Common man spend a large percentage of their annual cost of living. The interest of the common man will therefore be served better by making the passenger service pay for themselves rather than subsidizes the same. Possibility of increased services. In fixing the administrated price, the level of efficiency of the organization can't be ignored. However, it should keep in mind that railways are not an island by themselves, and while deciding upon the desirable efficiency level, overall service environment present in the country should not be lost sight of. So, as a summary, railways have to play an increasingly dominant role in the transport sector to satisfy the needs of the developing economy. Interest of the common man will be served better if the public utilities are properly paid by its users. The freight rates and the passenger fares for transportation of goods and passengers should not be less than the long term marginal cost. The railways should not have a cost plus approach, and all possible measures must be taken to achieve highest possible efficiency and productivity of resources. So, today the railways safety has become an increasing concern for railways. Only yesterday there has been a major accident in the railways, and so because of the crack in the railway line, and so lot of maintenance has to be done for our existing railway system, which is 100 to 150 years old. So, railways are also trying to provide superior trains which provide superior service at a high price. So, they are also competing with airlines in order to provide a good journey for people who do not mind the time taken by the airline, by the railways. Similarly, railways like Palace on Wheels are designed to give foreigners and other people with enough discretionary income a travel experience. And so, today is the experience economy, and it is the nice experience that railways can provide to the customers. The railways are constantly changing themselves, transforming themselves into something better and better, and if each day something better is happening to the railways as regards the coach, as regards the ticketing facilities. Almost everyone now books their ticket from the web or on the mobile phone. So, these are a lot of advantages that people get, and they are traveling happily in the railway system, although there are some drawbacks there too, and there is a lot of scope for improvement. Transportation and logistics services. So, this is multi-mode freight transportation services marketing. So, in India, freight transportation is dependent mainly on railways and roadways. At a macro level, the demand of freight and transportation services has always exceeded the supply. In recent years, there is a growing awareness of utility of logistics management and the economics of transportation, speed and quality of services, which have all made substantial impact on it. Freight and transportation service is an area where marketing for an individual good would tend to serve the goals of society and would thus qualify to be termed as social marketing. The environment. Detailed analysis of demand generators and the supply providers would have been required to analyze current businesses and the changing environment. Demand for multimodal transport services. There are three main elements constituting the demand for multimodal transport services for non-bulk commodities in India. First of these relate to the requirements of moving export-import cargoes between production centers and gateway port, either by road or railroad combination. Second component relates to movement of domestic cargo either by road or rail or by a combination of both. The third component refers to the demand for carriage of other countries' cargo during their haul between seaport and the land border post. Supply for multimodal transport services. Despite the awareness of conception and realization of benefit of multimodal transport services, there has been virtually no follow-up in the field of development of optimal transport mix till recently. The railways have reigned supreme in the field for a very long time, but now government is looking for some other options such as water and road rail linked transportation. So, who are the crucial decision makers? The crucial decision makers are customers such as sender, receiver or intermediaries like custom house agencies, etc., the transportation service providers and the government. So, formulating a marketing plan with 5 C's. So, confines of the enterprise. An enterprise needs to define its mission statement clearly. It should also crystallize business objectives, policies and commitments in different time frames. Competence of the enterprise. This is necessary to define the service packages the enterprise intends to offer, revealing a thorough understanding of the market of both customers and competitors. Customization capabilities of cashing on the opportunities. The next step would be to do SWOT analysis to assess self capabilities of chasing in on the opportunity. The enterprise would need to position itself in the market with differential and customized packages. Coordination and cohesion. The foregoing discussion should provide adequate cues for a successful marketing thrust, thereby facilitating the focus of effort in short, medium and long terms plans. The plans would have to be based on market research and collection. Competing through quality. The best technical and functional quality services have to be assured so that the enterprise can find and attract customers in the marketplace. So, as a summary, the strategies for marketing the multi-mode could then be framed and definite marketing programs evolved in the form of contractual relationship and differential pricing. This requirement is emphasizing the use of transportation services as a variable for creating competitive advantage, as it offers maximum potential to gain a unique differential advantage in contrast to all other elements of the marketing mix. Next, we look at transportation and logistics services like courier services marketing and the speed post experience. So, till 1980, every one of us was dependent on the post office for mail transfer, but then private players came to relieve from total dependence on the post office and to deliver the documents faster and safer. So, the marketing strategy of speed post. In the growing market, the marketing strategy should be aggressive. In a fast growing market, it is the leader who takes the initial advantages, but the market remains so unsaturated that even the immediate followers make a lot of profit. So, what is the product? Though services speed post is a part of the product mix offered by the Department of Post, it is unlike all other products in the product mix or in the same product line. The Department of Post offers different product lines such as mails, savings, insurance, money order, parcel, money, speed post and business reply card. Speed post is the only product which is in direct competition with private players and one of the few revenue earning products of the Department of Post. Speed post itself is a brand name of the EMS International Service. The marketing strategy of speed post. Pricing is an organization might charge will lead to the price an organization might charge will lead to a different level of demand and will therefore have a different impact on its marketing objective. The initial decision on pricing was based on the concept of going rates and cost plus pricing. Till today, the pricing strategy for speed post has remained unchanged. In future, pricing strategy for speed post can be selected either on the basis of markup pricing or the going rate. Place. The speed post has domestic stations, international stations, extension centers and points to link its network. Besides this, speed post also has contractual arrangements with thousands of firms. The contractual agreement is made with those who have regular traffic either daily or with a fixed periodicity for the station to be served. Promotion. Speed post has to develop a picture of desired image in contrast of current image. An image building exercise is being undertaken separately by the department as such. Speed post is using print media, television, film, videotape, hoardings, billboards, signs and posters as its communication channels. Promotion. Speed post has to develop a picture of desired image in contrast of current image. An image building exercise is being taken separately by the department as such. Speed post is using print media, television, film, videotape, hoardings, billboards, signs and posters as its communication channels. So, as a summary, the Indian Postal Service has always had an image of solidarity and omnipresence. In modern times, with increasing demand for faster and guaranteed delivery and introduction of just-in-time concept in the communication world, private courier companies have had a field day. The courier market has become more and more specialized with the introduction of increasing elements and facilities. Speed post has chalked out a clean market strategy for itself. To improve its operation, Speedpost plans to introduce high-tech automation which ensure a professional and customer-oriented atmosphere inside its office. So, many of these changes are already being seen to be taking place in India. Then comes transportation and logistics services, marketing of logistics services, that is the pipelines. So, pipelines are the lifelines for any country. The pipelines carry crude and petroleum products from far off place to the end users. Pipelines related products, that is coating, pipe, induction, blends are required for pipelines and refinery projects. The marketing strategy, the pipeline industry has the oil and gas companies as the sellers and consumers are actual users. There is always demand and supply gap. Therefore, this industry, even if the product is not marketed, will have buyers. In this industry, 4 P's of marketing are not relevant since demand is always there. Now, a new system has been introduced in which logistics is created, owned and operated by a contractor for a fixed period of time and subsequently handed over to the company. This system is called build, own, operate and transfer, that is BOOT. The 4 P's of logistics services are the project, the persuasion, the patience and the price. So, the pipelines are the lifeline of any country. It is the pipeline which carries the petroleum product near to the end user from far off refineries. The major utilization of pipelines is by oil and gas companies in exploration, refinery and distribution. So, now we have seen the various types of services and some of them you might find as dated. So, it would be nice if you reflect on how things are happening today and what changes can be brought about in this industry in future. Thanks for listening. I hope it helps. Thank you.